Self-mastery depends on powers of concentration. You develop your faculties of self-mastery in proportion to the extent you succeed in developing your powers of concentration. Watch the next person you see that has the reputation of being a strong character, a man of force. Watch and see what a perfect control he has over his body. Then watch just an ordinary person. Notice how he moves his eyes, arms, fingers. Notice the useless expenditure of energy. These movements all break down the vital cells and lessen the person's power in vital and nerve directions. It is just as important for you to conserve your nervous forces as it is the vital forces. The mind is associated with muscle and nerve. When you steady your nerves and muscles, you steady your mind, but let your nerves get out of order and your mind will become erratic and you will not possess the power of direction, which, in other words, is concentration. If the heart flutters, the circulation is not regular, and when the lung action is uneven, the mind becomes unsteady and not fit for concentration. This is why controlled breathing is very important as a foundation for physical health. The secret of controlling your emotions is in controlling your breathing. Your main physiological life function is your respiratory system. You must not only concentrate your mind, but also the action of the eyes, ears and fingers. Each of these contains miniature minds that are controlled by the master engineer. You will develop much quicker if you thoroughly realize this. The next time you feel yourself becoming irritable, use your will and be patient. This is a very good exercise in self-control. It will help you to keep patient if you will breathe slowly and deeply. If you find you are commencing to speak fast, just control yourself and speak slowly and clearly. Keep from either raising or lowering your voice and concentrate on the fact that you are determined to keep your poise, and you will improve your power of concentration. Any exercises that give you better control of the ears, fingers, eyes, feet, help you to steady your mind. When your eye is steady, your mind is steady. One of the best ways to study a person is to watch his physical movements, for, when we study his actions, we are studying his mind. Because actions are the expressions of the mind. As the mind is, so is the action. If it is uneasy, restless, erratic, unsteady, its actions are the same. When it is composed, the mind is composed. Concentration means control of the mind and body. You cannot secure control over one without the other. The real benefit of physical cultivation is that when you learn to control the body, you are gaining control over the mind. Always observe what you are doing with your body and you will know what is happening with your mind. According to the principle of correspondence, there is mental muscle just as there is physical muscle. The more you use your will, the stronger it becomes and the less effort you need to assert for the same use over time. Unlike things on the physical level, things on the mental level can be built up almost immediately depending on the mind of the user. Use your mental forces so that they will grow and develop. Remember that everything you do is the result of mental action, therefore you can completely control your every action. Nothing is impossible for you. Many people who seem to lack ambition have sluggish minds. They are steady, patient and seemingly have good control, but this does not say they are able to concentrate. These people are indolent, inactive, slow and listless, because they lack energy. They do not lose control because they have little force to control. They have no temper and it therefore cannot disturb them. Their actions are steady because they possess little energy. The natural person is internally strong, energetic and forceful, but his energy, force and strength, thoughts and physical movements are well under his control. If a person does not have energy, both mental and physical, he must develop it. If he has energy which he cannot direct and hold to a point, he must learn to do so. A man may be very capable, but, unless he wills to control his abilities, they will not do him any good. Energy creation and control are all purely mental. The first step is to summon up lots of energy. The second step is to focus it. Control is concentrated power. The more attention you can capture from someone, the more attention you have to manipulate. The more influence you have over them. The one that stands up like a man and has control over the muscles of his face and eyes always commands attention. In his conversation, he can better impress those with whom he comes in contact. He acquires a feeling of calmness and strength that causes opposition to melt away before it. The more energy you can summon up within yourself, the more energy you have to direct and the more magnetic influence you have. You can gain energy from external stimulus such as music, dance, martial art and video, or you can gain it within from imagination and memory. Raising your vibrations polarizes yourself more and more on the positive and increases your magnetic power.